Hey Josh,
What's up?
what are the three scariest things in the entire world?
Oh, clowns.
Clowns, the Book of Revelation, and Dwayne Johnson singing.
Oh, come on. What's up, everybody? And welcome to Real Time for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And today we're giving you a real-time review of Moana. Who is all in this movie?
Dwayne Johnson.
Of course.
There you go.
There's a few others in there.
There's no one particularly famous.
No, but there's a new girl who puts her breakout role.
Auli'i Cravalho.
There you go. And directed by...
Directed by the great Ron Clements and John Musker, who of course directed The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Hercules, and The Princess and the Frog.
Those are some
And
really big ones.
Co-directors on The Great Mouse Detective as well. So, yeah, and features music by Opatai. I'm going to get this wrong. Opatai Fawai. Now I know how you feel. Mark Mancina, and the most hyped songwriter of this film is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Hamilton's Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did music for this movie. So.
Yep. Now, if you want a synopsis and description, as always, we're going to jump right into it. What is your score? And what are your... Let's just jump right into the positives.
Jump right into the positives. My score is probably going to be about 7 out of 10.
Wow. I expected higher from you, really.
Yeah.
How much he was laughing in the theater, I really expected higher.
I want to say, first of all, this is the new Disney movie, the new Walt Disney Animation Studios motion picture number 56.
56.
Number 56. The good stuff about this movie is it is very funny. It is.
It really, a lot of a couple meta jokes in there too, like really modern day jokes where you kind of laugh.
There's a lot of humor in it. It is an adventure. I think that kids will respond to and like. It is the next Disney culture hopping movie. Mm-hmm. We've covered, a lot of, last was Frozen, which went to Scandinavia and, all that stuff. But now we're going into the Pacific Islands. Mm-hmm. So, of course, they have The Rock because, how many really Pacific Islander celebrities are there? So, you got to get The Rock in there. It'd be
I'm almost glad they did, though, in a sense. Keep it as authentic as you can. I like that.
Absolutely. But that's a lot of the good stuff. The other positive is the songs.
The songs definitely.
The first song that I heard was like, okay, here we go. This is the new Disney musical. What are the songs that are going to be in that canon permanently? And the first song was like, it was like the introduction song where they're all like, we're doing this on the island. It's like. But there are 3 songs I think we decided that are super catchy, super great, going to be Disney classic songs.
And there's one that's going to be. We can't give out which ones because it'll kind of ruin the hype for the movie or the songs themselves. But I will say there's one that's definitely going to be the new Let It Go, where everyone's going to be singing it. And he's already singing it, and it's driving me nuts. But there are 2. One I can say is by Dwayne Johnson. That's probably my absolute favorite.
It's kind of a Genie, kind of Friend Like Me song.
We'll
give that away.
But but at the same time, there's another one that's really great. Is you hear it in the trailers.
Yeah.
The one that's in the trailers and in the context of the movie, it's great.
Yeah,
absolutely. It really uplifting, makes you feel happy and good inside, in a sense.
As far as negatives go.
Well, where are my positives at?
We're supposed to do. We do positive, then negative. I've done this 100 times. I don't even know it.
Okay. Well, I would like to have my little word
formula.
in.
Okay.
I want to get my little word in. I will say Dwayne The Rock Johnson was my favorite part of the movie. At first, I wasn't sure if I was even going to like him, but his charisma even shines in his voice in the animation. He's just great. And even then, he sings in this movie. There's nothing this guy cannot do. This guy can do dramatic acting, comedic action, and now he can do animation with singing. This guy's it's the reason he's probably the biggest movie star in Hollywood right now. And he's just really great. Really makes this movie shine even more. But let's not take away from the girl who is playing Moana.
Auli'i Cravalho.
This is her first movie, and there actually was a search for her for this character, for the girl to play her. Yeah. She did a great job. To be able to convey your emotions through just your voice is a hard thing. Can be a hard thing to do in animation, and she did an amazing job, especially for her first film. And I clap my hand to her. She did great. She did really great.
She's like a high school freshman. Like I teach girls her age. Like I want to say to some of my students, like you could be like imagine that you are now a Disney star. Mm-hmm.
And the biggest one for me was the animation again. Disney is really pushing their boundaries on with Finding Dory. That's Pixar, sorry, Disney proper, but Zootopia was the one I think of. Just a flat out amazing animation. And you could the water looks so real. The reef in the sea, just everything. The stars in the sky.
It's a lot more
beautiful.
Realistic than Frozen was. This is really trying to.
It's really trying to push the boundaries of
almost
animation.
Be live action now.
Yeah, and I love it. I personally love it. You really can see how far technology has come, and I love it. Oh yeah. By the way, I gave it an 8.9 out of 10. I didn't start with my number first. I gave it 8.9.
Scott forgets the formula, man.
Yeah, I know, right? I forget my own formula. But no, it is a lot of fun. So, but not everything isn't the best. What are some of the things you didn't like?
The kind of negative for me is it's not a very well paced movie. I didn't feel, and I felt the beginning, the first act could have been much shorter. You thought it could have been longer. You said, but
I kind of felt like the beginning could have been a little bit longer, and then to me the act 2 was actually pretty needed to be cut short down a little bit.
I felt it kind of took a little while to get going for a Disney movie.
One of my negatives was in the plot details, some of the plot details, and this one was a big one for me. When she's about ready to set sail from her island and go find, when she just kind of does it on her own. She, for a girl who has been banned from the sea and probably has never been to sea because of her father, because you kind of get that feeling even in the trailer. You watch in the trailer like he doesn't want her anywhere near it, and then all of a sudden she just goes on a boat and just starts sailing. I'm just like, okay, for a girl who's never yet been on a boat, you seem to be pretty good at being able to sail, which you shouldn't be. It almost felt like it was too, like, I don't know, just kind of making it was kind of forcing the plot forward.
It's the Rocky sort of like mentality of, or the Karate Kid mentality. If you've never done this before, but in 2 weeks you're going to beat a champion.
What about you? Anything else?
I think that there's some suspension of disbelief, and I know it's a children's movie. I understand that, but I am also an audience member, and I have the right to complain. So don't call me nitpicky when I say that there's some suspension of disbelief when they're fighting some of the bad guys at the beginning of the second act, where it's like, you just went up against a lot of guys. Like, you were not going to walk away from that alive. It's like, then the scene I'm talking about. It's like, really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, overall, I think it's got all the numbers of a great, Disney musical to kind of join with the Renaissance sort of vibe, except for I just think it could have been better paced. It could have been shorter. Those are the main issues for me that keep it back from being more of a great Disney musical. So.
For me, I still think it's a great one. I will say it will be one of the 4 for sure be nominated for Best Animated Picture. You got Moana, Zootopia, Finding Dory, and Kubo. Those are my 4 picks. And the 5th one's up in the air. There's so many more coming out. But this one is great. I mean, it's not the best like I thought it would be. Like Zootopia to me was perfect, near perfect. This one had small things, but let's not forget that as of it stands right now, this one's at 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty good. But that's kind of up, and that's all people who give it a fresh score. But we obviously, I mean, for me, I'll let him answer for himself. But I highly recommend this to you folks. It's great fun, a lot of fun. Take your kids. Couples can go too. It's a great Disney film. You'll love the movie. And also, you recommend it to the audience?
I would moderately recommend it. I would say, go. I mean, definitely if you have kids. I mean, it's a Disney movie. It's a Disney musical. The music alone is worth it. The 3 songs that we saw, alone are worth it. So
for sure.
Very catchy tunes. So
yep.
All right,
folks. That was it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you have seen Moana, what do you think of it? And what do you think of our review? It has got you excited for Moana. Leave your comments in the section below. Also, if you like what you watch, then please click like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see more of our various content in the future. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.